Hi guys, my name is Jenna and I'm an eyeshadow addict. I said it. I've created a YouTube channel just for eyeshadow content, but I'm just an everyday person just like you guys on here creating hopefully relatable content on YouTube. And if you guys like eyeshadow content, please subscribe before you leave. This week I have coming up swatches with the Love's Journey palette from Sydney Grace. That'll be eye swatches, hand swatches, arm swatches. It's a swatch party. And then later in the week I have a multiple looks coming up with that palette. In between I have lots of shorts coming up with holiday looks, so subscribe, stick around, join our family. Today I am doing a step-by-step tutorial for hooded eyes, not only hooded but lazy eyes. If you have a lazy eye like I do, it just doesn't quite have the stamina the other one does anymore, then you might want to watch this video. Hopefully you find it helpful. I think that's it. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Soft Glam palette. I feel like everybody has this. If not, you guys probably have colors that are similar to this. Okay, so some of the things that I've learned along the way that have helped me with a hooded lazy eye, which are first of all, brushes. And this doesn't mean to go out and run out and buy new brushes. It just means to maybe use the ones that you have, maybe in a different way. But the first one that I do is like just a regular size blending brush. This one is Sydney Grace. I'll put the number on the on the screen because it's just too small for me to read. And then this is the 27 from Refer. So you can kind of see the difference. This one is just so much more bigger. If I went in with this one, it would like cover my entire eye in 2 seconds. So I've learned smaller is better. Smaller eyes, smaller brushes. The next one I like is, this is just for me personally, is this angled brush. This really, when I start to do the outer corner, kind of like stamps it in place. So I get it where I want it and then I can blend it out. The next thing that really helps me is a mirror. And this one, and then this is not only dirty, it's a magnifying mirror. And that has really helped me. I keep that one close. It's right by my camera. This way I can really see precise of where I want to go. And then I also have another mirror that is far away. So I'm always going back and forth. I'm going to place it, and then after I place it, I want to look to see. Boy, I really need to change my mirror. I can't even see it anymore. But I'm going to look far to make sure that it's angled, because that's the hardest part when you have like a lazy eye, is getting it symmetrical. So let's get started. When I go in with a transition, I want like a light, fairly light color, depending on your skin tone. If you're lighter than me, I would go in with this one. I'm going to go in with this one. For deeper skin tones, I would go in with, you know, depending on your skin tone, whatever you feel comfortable with. The colors aren't going to matter in this video. I'm just basically showing you things. So you can go with any colors you guys want. But I'm going to just tap in with this one. Okay, and then I'm going to lift my eyes because I like to start. Most important thing that I forgot to tell you guys. I've learned over time not to worry about where my crease is, not to worry about where my mobile lid is. I'm going to go by my eyebrow bone right here, because that is pretty much the same. I believe it's the same. I could be wrong. So I'm gonna lift my eye, I'm gonna tap it out, and then my eyebrow bone's right here. I'm gonna come up under my eyebrow bone and start tapping. Just get a tap. Just like that. Then I like to go in with, you guys can use pretty much anything. I mean, even a cotton ball. You can use your fingers. I mean, you don't even have to have anything. I just use this because it kind of grabs a little bit better and pulls everything back. So this way, when I start blending, everything's going to get blended, because if I didn't pull it back, it's going to move around a lot and I'm more likely to get it where I don't want it. So, and then I like to do like a swooping motion out here. I'm still up under the eyebrow bone. And then I'm just gonna swoop, because this gives me a more of a lifted lifted eye. And I'll take this and just kind of clean it up a little bit, but that doesn't really matter right now because we're gonna come in with another color. All right, I'm gonna do the other eye. Tapping. Swooping. Circular motions. I mean, you just kind of want to go back and forth. Just feeling that eyebrow bone. And this does take some practice. Getting used to doing eyeshadow with the eyebrow bone. Okay. Other side looks a little darker, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit more. Basically so they look even. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my angled brush. And I'm going to go in with, I'm just going to go in probably with the next shade up. Whatever color, this color, that color, the brown, this one, it doesn't really matter. I am going to save a darker color though for the top of my lash line, and then I'm going to show you in a minute how I bring it up to kind of define everything. I am now, because with the angled brush, you can kind of see that this side is higher. So I'm going to take the higher part and I'm going to place it, you know what, let me lift this so you guys can really see. It's going to be placed from the corner of my eye up to where the transition is. Kind of like connect the dots. Just like that. Okay, then I'm going to take the angled part and I'm going to bring it, I don't know if I can show you guys this way. So the higher part is on this side. The higher part is on this side, and then I'm just gonna start bringing the color in. And then I'm gonna come all the way up, not all the way to the top of my eyebrow bone, but just under my eyebrow bone. Just like that. And we're gonna leave it like that for a minute. Now we're gonna do the other side. Just like kind of connect the dots to the outer corner, top of your eyelid, up to the transition. Now, just going to come in and swoop it in. Keeping it right where my eyebrow bone is. And then if you like it for the color to come up more, which I normally do, I'm just gonna come up and I'm actually gonna bring it out towards this way more. And I'm just setting my brush here and swooping it in. Setting it in, swooping it in. So it comes to about halfway to where the eye is at. That's all I'm doing. Pressing, swooping. And then I'm going to make sure that it's looking even. Pretty good. Now I'm going to go back in with my transition. And I'm just going to blend this. I'll be doing more tutorials like this because as I do more, it's probably going to teach me how to show you guys a little bit better. In my everyday life, I'm not always the best at explaining stuff. So hopefully over time, I'll figure it out. Then I'm just flicking this up because I like that more uplifted look. And this is it. I mean, we're almost done, guys. All right, now I'm just gonna come in with like a smudger brush. You could use, I don't have one over here because I don't use it, but like the angled ones for liners, just anything like that. I prefer the smudge. And I'm gonna go in with, probably just gonna go in with this dark brown right here. And this I'm going to place right above the lash line. And then I'm just going to kind of slowly bring that here. Top of the lash line. Okay, I'm gonna pull this out, and then right here where the eyeshadow has ended, I'm just gonna again basically like draw a line, kind of like connect the dots. You can take it up a little ways. You could take it up I'll just show you all the way to up here, and then I'm going to flip my brush at an angle this way, and then flick it in. That's gonna give me a little bit more definition, and then I'll come back in and blend it out, which I'll just do right now. gonna go back in with the angled brush, and then I'm just setting it there and pulling, like flicking it in. That's all I'm doing. Just flicking it in. Basically blending that darker brown in with this reddish brown. That's all you're doing. You're just taking one shadow, placing it, and then blending it into the previous one. Now we're going to go back in with the original and blend that. And then you can just see it's giving you some definition there. You can even bring it in farther, leave it out. The choice is yours. It's your decision, it's your shadow. That's what's so fun about makeup. All right, let me catch this eye up, and then we're gonna move on to some shimmer. Bringing it up, and then you can kind of see like where it's dark right here, where just under the brow bone. I'm just gonna bring it in right there. That might have been a little too much, but that's okay, because when we blend it out, it's gonna be fine. And then I'm just gonna set my brush and flick it in. See, it's already looking less harsh. I might even bring it down, you know, just bring my brush and kind of flicking it down. And then in towards that reddish brown color. You could even pick up some more. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that reddish brown to blend it in some more. It just takes practice, guys. That's it. Just practice, practice, practice. That's all I can say. It's with anything you do in life, the more you practice it, the better you become at it. Isn't that the way of life? Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Now we're gonna go in with the shimmer. I also gotta say I'm starting a new series on my channel called Oldie But Goodie, which I bring in like in an older palette, and then I'm gonna use it just like for a regular eye look, but at the end I add like a new, maybe updated shimmer, duochrome, multi-chrome, whatever, just to jazz it up a little bit, kind of like updating the Oldie But Goodie. But for right now, I think I'm gonna go in, what shimmer do I want? This is actually looking pretty good for I have some fallout here. Maybe I should do a video on how I fix that. I think I'm gonna keep it for fall. I think I'm gonna go in with, I've been doing a lot of gold looks lately. That's why I'm kind of like, maybe, you know, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try the rose pink right here. I've been doing a lot of gold. I can actually kind of use this for a holiday look also. I'll probably put that up. Been trying to do a little holiday looks for all the holidays coming. See? So simple, looks pretty. Okay, just like that. And let's see, let's find something for the inner corner. I think I'm gonna, it's kind of weird using these shimmers because, you know, shimmers have updated so much over the years that I would have picked this one. It was like so powdery. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably just gonna put it for right now, and then I may put something over it. I'm just gonna go in. See, it seems so powdery, but it still looks pretty good. Oldie but goodie. Okay, and then for under the eye, I'm thinking I don't like to go too dark under the eye because it just makes it doesn't look good on me. So I'm just gonna kind of mix these two. And blend it out. Okay. And then another trick with the lazy eye is to make sure you're bringing your shimmer up high enough. That's one thing that I noticed when I would first start doing eyeshadow, is that this one just kind of still seemed lower because my eyeshadow, my shimmer wasn't going high enough. Okay, so this is basically the finished look with the Soft Glam palette. Now let's see what we could use. Nothing like talking when you're not even in frame, huh? Let's see what we can use to jazz it up a little bit. And I mean, I'm not really too picky today. It's just a tutorial, so I think I'm gonna go in. I think this would look good with the rose color. You can go in with any palette. This is the Amulet from Adept, and I'm gonna go in with And Her. I believe that's how you say it. And then I'm just gonna tap this right here. You can see it just looks a little bit darker than the other one. A little bit darker than the rose gold. And I'm going to go in with this one too. Circuit. I don't know. And then I'm just going to pop it in the inner corner and then up. Oh yeah, see how it really brought that rose gold to life now in the inner corner? But again, I mean, you can just stick with the rose gold. It's so classic, looks so pretty for the holidays. But if you're like me and your family's used to you looking crazy, why not? I mean, I love that. It's so pretty. All right, I'm gonna go do mascara and finish my makeup up, and then we will see how it turned out. All right, guys, let me tell you what I went in with. I went in with Tarte's Captivating Blush. Went in with Sweet Cheeks from Nude Sticks. Isn't she so pretty? No BFF today. I went in with Oh Snap. Sweet Talk from Dose of Colors. And Sweet Mouth from Fenty. Looking sweet today. All right, guys, so for the next tutorial, I think I'm gonna go in and show you guys how I take off mascara marks without a Q-tip. I know that's a good little trick, but it just irritates me. It takes off my eyeshadow. It's like, I don't wanna have to redo my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna show you little tricks on that. And then also after I finish my mascara, I go back in and do more blending. So I think that's what I'm gonna do for my next tutorial. It'll probably be up sometime in a week or so because I have content coming up. If there's anything that I missed, you guys have questions about, leave it in the comments and I will address it in an upcoming tutorial. But I do hope you find this helpful. If you did, please give it a like. If you enjoyed it, inspired you, and if you love eyeshadow content as much as I do, please subscribe. Till I see you next time, I hope you have a fantastic day.